shower looks good on your wiener. Are we?
Yell.
Ah!
Ow. Yeah, it's working.
Okay. I'm Tamara.
I'm Rel.
And welcome to Fearful Friends Podcast. Is that what I say? Welcome to or is this is Fearful Friends?
I don't remember.
Okay. Welcome to our professional.
You're asking the wrong person because if you recall, the last episode I tried to end like another show that we listened to. They are all blurring together. It's really hard.
This is our professional podcast for normal people
who are professional and who aren't going to breathe into the microphone today because they are facing sideways, and I'm very proud.
Thanks. Does that help you a lot?
How was your day?
Oh, it was good.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. What is it? Today's Tuesday.
Today's fucking Tuesday. It feels like Thursday, and I keep thinking, oh my god, tomorrow's Friday, and then I get to be off all weekend, but it's not. It's the beginning of the fucking week still.
Yeah. You know, it was really weird. I was supposed to leave work early today, and
for why?
Because I had ended up staying late yesterday, so I was trying to make up my time. Hours. And I'm trying to count down, and clients are just like, can I have 11.5s type stuff? And I clearly am doing something, and I take up my drive-through canister and I put it in my window, and because I'm on the lobby side, so that people, and I stack deposit slips on it so people think that I'm working on something.
But
you
are working on something.
They don't care. They just see a human.
I know.
And they're like, ah!
A human, you can help me with all my problems.
I can't log into my online banking. Fucking, that's another thing. Anyway. But two of my employees walk by while my coworkers walk by, and they're like, I thought you were leaving. Why are you still here? And then my boss walks by.
Oh God.
And she's like,
trouble. She's
like, do I have to kick you out of the store? And
yes. Yes, you do, because
like,
these people would not fucking leave me alone.
Right. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I was short $200.
Tamara.
Anyway, I'm done. I'm over it. Yesterday, I was over by $7,000, and I emailed our centralized back office, and this morning they just sent me an email with showing, oh, here's a debit and here's a credit from something, and it evens out. And I was like, okay, well, what happened? No email back. I'm like, fuck all of you.
Wow.
I was trying to leave, and then we have this one regular client, and he's too nice. And so he had been waiting there watching me count, and then the other teller helps him, and he's done, and he's like, you really do need to go. If it's time for you to go, you need to get out of here. And I'm like,
thank
okay,
you, please leave me alone.
And then he's like, I'm going to stand here, make sure you leave. And I'm like, okay. So I was done, and I put all my stuff away, go to the back, wash my hands. And then I leave, and he's standing in the lobby, and I'm like, okay. And I'm
he was real. Oh God.
He goes, are you ready to go? And I'm like,
Tamara,
what?
You did not get into your car in front of this guy.
I did.
Now he knows what you drive. Now he probably followed you home. Now he knows where you live.
Listen.
Oh.
In my mind, I'm like, this is so awkward. But also, he's one of those gift givers. And he's always
don't.
He's he's always can I give you guys cash? And we're like, no. So he will he'll bring us chocolate or whatever.
Wine.
It's always sealed, So I'm like, maybe he's going to give me some money outside.
No, he's going
to he didn't
kidnap you, Tamara.
You know what?
He's biding his time.
Listen.
Now I'm extra paranoid. I've been in a Dexter state of mind for the last 2 months, and now I can't think of you not getting kidnapped.
He's like, all right, let's go. And I was like, oh, you're gonna walk me out. And so he holds the door open, and his car is
he really left with you.
Yeah, his car is maybe 15 feet from the front door, and my car is just right on the other side, another 10 feet.
To your car?
And he goes, oh, your car's right here. And I'm like, yep, see you later. And he did not walk me to my car, thank God.
But he saw a car you drove.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm worried.
It's very easy to see what cars we drive because
that's true.
There's only 5 of us, and we all leave. And
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Okay, well, I guess if he was a creep, he'd have been a creep a while ago.
He's just like too nice, and he's always like, "How's your family? How's your daughter? She likes school." And I'm like, "How do you know
Is
I
he
have a
like
kid?"
that with everyone?
Yeah.
How do you know I have a kid? How does he
I mean,
know
I'm
you
sure
have a
that like
kid?
he's asked me before, and I
Oh.
guess I've told him, but I don't know why he
Or
would remember
maybe
that.
he has followed you home before.
Listen, if you're gonna follow me home, give me some money. Because I'm fucking broke, okay? I'm sick and tired of this fucking shit.
I will pay you to follow me home.
Yes.
Is there anything else I can help you with, sir?
Wash the bird shit off my car.
I'm very discreet.
Oh, listen, his balance is not high enough in his account for me to care.
Oh, that's like really gross that that you can see people's account balances and you're just like, not worth my time.
Honestly, like, I could care less what anyone's balance
I
is.
think I would have like so much resentment if I had to like look at like especially like rich people's bank accounts. I would just be like I would find it so hard to not be a dick to them. I just know me. I hate rich people so much. I don't care how nice you are. Give away your money.
I know. It's really hard. But whatever. I don't know.
Rich gonna be rich.
People are so incredibly boring, too. There's like, they don't do anything interesting for me to see in their accounts. I promise. If you ever think you're going to like go to a bank and you're like, oh my God, they're going to see everything I bought, all my transactions.
I literally never think about that.
I know that I used to.
I can tell you right now, you're going to see 87 different charges for the place that I work at because girls got to eat 7 times a day, apparently.
Yeah.
And you're going to see $100 charge from Spirit Halloween.
Oh, Ariel, you are in trouble. I really, really love that mat, though.
Oh, thank you. Actually, that is from Michael's.
I got mine at the dollar store, but it was like the $5 plus. And
not a
calm
dollar
down.
store anymore.
I know, whatever. Anyway, it's a pumpkin, and its mouth is like cut out to say boo. But yours is so cute and clean.
Well, it's new. I just put it down today.
Oh, okay.
Like 2 hours ago when I was grumbling about the weather, which I promised I wouldn't talk about today.
You're so old. I saw a little recipe for like kids' breakfast, and it's a piece of toast, and you take just a piece of cream cheese and like smear it down like
Where is this going?
Like a ghost.
Oh,
your mat reminded me of it, and it's just a ghost, and you put 2 little chocolate chips for the eyes.
Who the fuck puts just cream cheese on bread?
I don't know.
Sadists.
I guess maybe you could cut a piece of cheese too, but I'm not about that life.
I mean, like, I guess if you have kids, they'll just eat whatever you put in front of them. Right?
That is not kids do not. No. Mm-mm.
Well.
So, how was your weekday?
My weekday? Just today? It was
your day and your week, and today is a weekday.
It's fine. I don't have much to report on.
You didn't fight anyone?
I don't get to interact with the public that much. I told you my traffic story, but I also promised not to talk about the traffic today.
Thanks, Gertrude or Mildred or whatever your name is.
So weather's off the table, traffic's off the table. I don't really run into like customers. Yeah, I got nothing. Okay. I mean, you mentioned I decorated the front of my house, kind of. Put a wreath up on the door 10 seconds before you got here.
Oh,
proud of that.
Just,
like ruffling around my closet looking for the goddamn wreath hanger, and it was hanging in the wrong closet. I just I hate holiday decorations so much because like you only use them for like 1 month out of the year, then the rest of the month it's like out of sight, out of mind.
And you hate it? Hate.
Yes. Why?
Such a strong feeling about decorations.
I hate having to like put them away and then look for them a year later.
See, I love when you pull things out of your attic and they always
They're
have
old
that
and
same
smelly.
smell, and it's just like the attic smell, and you're
It smells like spider's eggs.
Oh my god. Okay, we are different people.
Now I hope you think about that every time you smell that cardboard box you pull down from the attic. spider's eggs, and silverfish.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what lives in there.
Yeah.
They're attracted to the glue.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Ugh.
All
All right.
right.
Do you want to hear my story?
We are in a part 2 scenario that
Yeah.
I forgot about. But on a positive, I didn't Google anything about it because after
Good.
we recorded, I forgot all about it. So I will require a recap, much like the listeners will.
Okay. So we were talking about Franchesca
Alvarado.
Yes. And her mysterious missing case. Again, almost 90% of my information is from Crime Junkie.
Yep.
I'll link the episode. And just a recap. Francesca's sister realizes she hasn't been able to get a hold of her sister, and this is in March of 2012, the weekend of St. Patrick's Day. And Francesca is 8 weeks pregnant. So she goes to her house, or she talks to her roommate, and she's like, hey, where's my sister? And her roommate, Tara's like, oh, yeah, she just randomly went on a 2-week vacation to Atlantic City without saying anything to you, and her kid's over at some other person's house.
Mm-hmm.
And Mia's like, the fuck? So she went to Atlantic City with this older guy, Tracy. Mia doesn't really know him. Will is her boyfriend and the father of her child. She's not in Atlantic City with him. So,
But then she was supposed to be gone for 2 weeks. But then Tracy came back from Atlantic City the
next
day after.
Yeah. He was already back. And
It's a whole goddamn thing.
yeah. So years and years go by. They cannot find her. They hope to God that what happened was that she was somehow a victim of sex trafficking.
That's what they're hoping?
Because they want her to still be alive. That's the only
okay.
Like Francesca's family and the police as well have concluded that that's probably the only way that she could still be alive.
Yeah.
And they want her to be alive, you know? So where we were when I left off, this was about a year and a half after Franchesca had disappeared. There was like a huge lack of leads. But suddenly Mia has a discovery. She's back in Atlantic City. She's walking the boardwalk and speaking to anyone and everyone when she sees a newspaper article about a discovery a fisherman had made only the day before on August 6th. He hooked the mostly skeletal remains of a foot inside of a sneaker.
Oh, he hooked a big one.
Mm-hmm. Inside the shoe, there were still remains of toenails with flecks of colored polish.
Ew!
Police have no leads, but released the story and the photo of the shoe to the press to try to gain any information from the public. The shoe was a size 5 Adidas high top.
Oh my god, it's like a baby shoe.
Right? Mia recognizes the shoe instantly.
What size shoe do you wear?
8 or 8.5.
And you have tiny feet. Could you imagine a size 5 on a grown woman?
You could buy kid shoes. It would be so much cheaper.
Yeah, totally. I wear a fucking 9.5.
Oh, lordy. Okay. So, Mia had teased her sister about these shoes from the moment she bought them, but Francesca loved them. Like, these were her shoes. Mia knew it instantly. So she calls the DA's office to tell them, and they get DNA testing going right away to confirm what Francesca's family already knows. In September, the lab confirms that the foot is Francesca's.
It's good that there was enough DNA left behind to test.
They also determined that her foot had detached from the rest of her leg.
Like naturally?
Yeah,
it
naturally.
wasn't like sawed or anything.
So they conclude that the rest of her body was probably in the water and had been for some time. But they don't know for sure.
Like a year and a half, maybe?
Right. Well, they don't know how long she would have been in the ocean or how she would have ended up there or how she might have died. Like, this is just something that they, concluded.
Yeah, that's all they have is the foot. You can't kill somebody through the foot.
Exactly. New Jersey State Police take over the case now. Even though in interviews the police sergeant has stated that this is an active death investigation, Franchesca hasn't actually been ruled deceased since a person can live without a foot. Eye roll emoji.
You know what, though? Not to bring it up again, but in Dexter, there are several people that lose their feet and live.
Yeah. But, like, they've already determined that it fell off naturally because she was in the water. Like,
right.
Whatever. You know, whatever. I don't make the
Maybe
law.
she was out on a fucking boat, partying up, and a shark jumped on and just took the foot.
But then it would have been, like, cut or bitten off and not just, like, naturally sloughed off in the water.
Oh my god, you're so smart.
Yeah.
Smarter than me.
Oh, no. Francesca's family knows in their hearts Franchesca has most likely passed away, even though they do not want to believe she's actually gone. They hold a celebration of life for Franchesca, and over 1,000 people attend, wearing Francesca's favorite color, purple. Smart girl.
Oh, it's your favorite color too. Please don't make me wear purple.
I will. If I die.
I already had to wear purple to your wedding. I'm not wearing purple again for your funeral.
And you looked gorgeous.
Matt pulled that dress out of the closet and said, why don't you wear this to my sister-in-law's wedding? And I said, no. I like the dress. I hate the color. I can't do it. It washes me out, I feel.
Purple is gorgeous. Okay, so
It's
just like
gorgeous
stop picking on it.
On you.
I don't even know if that's true, and
It's
I don't
not
care.
flattering on me.
I don't care if it's flattering on me.
I wear
like
a black dress.
We
Aren't weddings just funerals? I'm just kidding. That was the most misogynistic thing I've ever said.
No, it was the most Mildred thing you've ever said.
Can you, whatever.
The family is surrounded by love and support. Even the man that found Francesca's foot and his wife are there at her celebration of life.
I'm a fisherman?
Mm-hmm. And they gift the family with the shells found around where her foot was found. Which is just so
Was it up on the
thoughtful.
shore?
I think that it was very close to shore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I pictured like a deep sea fisherman like hauling it
I
up in a
think
net.
He was
And I'm like, what's he doing with shells?
fishing from the shore.
Okay. Fair.
But you know who wasn't there?
Will. What's his name? Oh, I got it?
Mm-hmm.
What about Terry? Tracy.
He was not there.
What about Tara?
Tara was not there.
All three of them. Cahoots, I tell you. Cahoots. They're all in cahoots.
Mia was shocked and reached out to Tara on Facebook with probably like a really angry letter, as she should.
Do you think she posted it publicly or a DM?
I
I love the shit pot like stirrers, you know? I love a good Facebook fight. Like, don't you guys know you're supposed to keep it private? Like, everyone can see this argument.
Like,
it's great.
You can text each other.
Yeah. It's better to do it in public, though. Yeah. Because it's like, you don't want to do it face-to-face because you're a pussy, but you still want to argue with someone.
Yeah. And now they have accountability because everyone's like, you gonna let her talk to you like that?
It's great. Oh, the future.
Mia thought that Tara would be there as her best friend, roommate, and one of the last people to see Franchesca. Tara apologized to Mia and told her she still loves Franchesca and is grieving her best friend.
Did she say loves or loved?
I didn't see it.
Oh.
Didn't think about that till right now. I don't know. Loves. She still loves Franchesca and is grieving her best friend. And
then why didn't you go grieve with everyone else?
Made efforts to help find her in her own silent way. Because that's, when you're looking for someone, like, don't tell anyone, right? Do it silently. No. Stupid bitch.
Who are you, Dexter? Who are you? Sorry, that's the last time, I promise.
Doubt that.
I finished it last week. Okay? There will be no more Dexter talk until I do another rewatch next year.
Can't wait. According to police in Philly, Tracy has left the area completely and they don't know where he is.
Like he fucking moved? They let
And they were like,
him move. He's a
"Oh,
suspect.
no. But I don't know where he
went.
went, though. He left, but, like, we don't know where. Because, like, we don't know. He didn't tell us.
That's really fucking weird.
Yeah. Also, like, drinking game for every time I say the word actually.
I have more beer here. Here we go.
Every time. You might not wake up. Let's see if you can stand at the end of this episode.
Oh, Tamara, you have little faith.
Yeah. Every day, Mia Googles phrases like body found, Jane Doe, washed ashore, or any combination that might bring up a new article or some type of results that will lead her to her sister. Mia's family is worried about how much time and focus she is spending on this. She's obsessed with finding answers.
Who, Mia?
Mm-hmm.
I would be too.
I know. They worry about her mental health.
And her family's like, why don't you just calm down? She's gone.
Yeah.
Like,
we all need a Mia in our corner, basically.
Yeah.
On
Mama Mia. Sorry.
On July 4th, 2014, a femur is found along the same coast in New Jersey where...
It's not funny. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I thought you meant to say female, and I was like, dumbass. That's not how you say that word. And then I realized what a femur was.
Dumbass.
A femur.
Stop.
My bad. And then I just look like a dick because I just giggled at a femur being found.
Okay. Deep breath. I'm gonna shake this child. Let me just.
Laughter's good for fetuses.
Okay.
For fetuses.
Okay, a femur bone is found along the same coast in New Jersey where the fishermen found Franchesca's foot. A few days later, a tibia washes up in the same area.
Who is identifying these bones?
Thoracic surgeons?
Wow. Well, she shut me down real quick. Sorry.
Mia reached out to the authorities to request DNA testing in the bones, and they both come back as belonging to Franchesca.
Oh, God.
And they are both from different legs.
What are they going to say? Oh, she can live without a pelvis.
Yeah. Mia finally accepts her sister is gone, and authorities issue a death certificate in January of 2016.
And she went missing in 2012?
Yeah.
That's wild.
The cause of death is listed as uncertain.
Okay.
There was no answers in the discovery of these bones. They just were able to confirm, that she's dead. So they did lay her few remains to rest with her mother. So this feels like the end to a mystery they'll never have answers to for the family. In the spring of 2018, new detectives are assigned to the murder case.
Yeah, we love fresh blood.
Mm-hmm. They bring a new name into the suspect list. Jarrell Jackson, better known as Jinx and not Jizz, like I kept saying over and over again in my head when I was reading this. Jinx. So how does Mr. Jinx fit into the story?
I don't like when you call him Mr.
Well,
Jinx
I'm
because
not.
he sounds like a cat.
Well, he might as well be a stupid fucking cat. I'm not going to call him that anymore.
Thank God.
So we're going to go back to 2012.
Oh.
Around the time Franchesca went missing. A teenager named Chloe. Why was that her name? That's a stupid fucking name.
Cloaca.
Get it together, Tamara. Sorry, guys.
Great.
I'm really drunk.
She's really pregnant. It's affecting her tongue.
Yeah. A teenager named Chloe had recently moved to Philly after her father was granted custody. Her stepmom was an abusive cunt. No, I didn't write that, but...
I like it.
Me too.
Let's keep
Sticking with it.
Yep.
She forced her to work at a bar to help pay for the rent. This was overwhelming to Chloe. She vented her frustration to one of her coworkers, Tara.
I knew that bitch was no good.
Tara gains Chloe's trust by telling her that what her family is doing to her is wrong and it's a sin. Girl, I'm just so religious. Tara seemed very sympathetic and asked Chloe to come live with her. And why not?
She's like, I have an open room now.
She had the extra bedroom now that
you just killed my last
her
roommate.
roommate's gone. So Chloe decides to move in. Tara even told her that she didn't have to work at the bar anymore if she would help with Tara's child. And she became a sort of live-in nanny for Tara. But
she didn't fucking pay, right?
No.
Bitch.
The living situation was far from perfect. Around the fall of 2012, Tara asked Chloe to go on an errand with her. According to Chloe, a guy picked them up and drove her and Tara to a hotel. Like, what kind of errand is this, Tara?
Oh, I know what it is.
Dumb bitch.
I know what it is. She's going to try to sell Chloe for sex.
Tara told Chloe she had to run inside with her real quick. When they got inside the hotel room, there were already people there. So I already know what's happening.
It's not good.
It's just fucking
nothing good.
And Chloe's a child.
How old is she?
I don't know, but she's young. A minor? Young enough, to have her custody placed in her dad's care, and
so she is a minor. This is child.
Yes.
SA.
Yeah. I mean, and so is Tara. Tara is still 17.
Oh.
Those are not their real names because they're children.
This was back in 2012.
Yeah.
Oh.
So inside the room is Will, Francesca's old boyfriend.
Shut up. He's involved in the trafficking?
And this man, Jarrell. Jarrell locks...
Where's Tracy?
Nobody knows.
Fucking Tracy!
Jarrell locks the door after Chloe and Tara walk inside and then takes Chloe's phone and proceeds to pull out a gun along with Will. So they both pull out guns and tell Chloe she works for them now. They threaten her and tell her that they know where her family lives, and if she doesn't listen, they will kill her and her family. Tara is crying beside her, but then Chloe realizes Tara's actually apologizing and saying she had no idea what was going on or that this was going to happen. Sure,
Bullshit,
jam.
you fucking led her there.
Mm-hmm. Over the next year, Chloe is trafficked by Will and Jarrell. She's locked in hotels, basically held captive, drugged, and beaten by Will and Jarrell. Chloe notices Tara is not receiving the same treatment. Tara comes and goes as she pleases, and she knows Tara set her up.
She's the fucking recruiter.
Mm-hmm. Chloe thinks that Tara is the one who told Will and Jarrell where her family was. So this goes on for over a year. Tara was also participating in sex work when this all started, but Tara was 17, so she too was a victim of trafficking as well. Like was
I'm
a minor.
sure in the beginning it was, she was the victim, but then after a certain amount of time, like working with them, she became
like even
the perpetrator.
Like Chloe sees her as a perpetrator, but she is also a victim. She can be both. Both of those are true.
Oh my god, it's like
Oh, no, not Munchausen. No, Rhonda.
Stockholm Syndrome!
It starts with an S. That was Munchausen.
Really painful. It's kind of like that, where she went into it being the victim, and then, she was molded into this.
Yeah. In the summer of 2013, Chloe gets into a dispute with someone at another hotel, and police are called. They realize she's underage, and police begin to investigate Jarrell. He was arrested a few months later on federal sex trafficking charges.
Yeah, bitch. Goodbye.
Yeah. In 2015, he pleads guilty to trafficking 5 victims, 2 of which were minors. Because of the severity of his crimes and his past criminal history, he was sentenced to 25 years in prison. So there was a crackdown on trafficking at this time in New Jersey. A bunch of other traffickers were also convicted. Victims also filed civil lawsuits against the hotels where these crimes happened.
Did Jarrell rat out Tara?
I don't think so.
So she's still just like out there straight chilling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they couldn't put the pieces together sooner about her missing roommate. Oh. Like if he had come forward when he got arrested.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry. We gotta ask the hard questions and then not have answers to them.
The details from the civil cases help to reveal details about Francesca's criminal case. Her name comes up many, many times in these cases, and if they don't mention her by name, the circumstances and details are so specific, there's no doubt that they're talking about Franchesca.
Absolutely.
One huge instance of Francesca's name coming up in other cases is when Chloe was actually on the stand during a disposition for one of the civil cases against the hotels.
Deposition.
What did I say?
Disposition. It's okay.
I spelled it correct, so that's all that matters.
Proud of you.
Thanks. One of the attorneys references that Jarrell gave info to the FBI about Will's involvement in Francesca's death. Chloe says she never knew Franchesca, but knew of her and knew that Will was her pimp and that she knew Will and Tara were the two main suspects in her disappearance. When questioned more on the subject of Franchesca, Chloe apparently got nervous and flip-flopped between refusing to say anything more, asking if she had to tell them what she knew, and denying she knew anything.
Because she's just a kid. Like, she doesn't know, like, how much to say. She doesn't know if she's going to get in trouble from either her traffickers or from the law. You know, how much am I implicating myself in a crime?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, that's just really sad.
Yeah. Another time Francesca may have come up in the civil cases is when a hotel security guard named Adrian, who had been convicted of conspiring with the trafficker, was being questioned about rumors he had reported. Apparently, he said these rumors were that Jarrell had a girl that did not want to be a part of the operation anymore and threatened to go to the police. Jarrell then allegedly killed her, buried her body on a beach in New Jersey. So, like, so many details from different sources from all these various cases. In these cases, the victims alleged that the hotels turned a blind eye to these horrible crimes. The hotels brought...
because they're like, we're making money.
Yeah. The hotels brought all the information about the traffickers, including Will and Jarrell, into these cases to throw the blame and attention back on them, since they are the ones who were responsible for these crimes. These cases eventually were settled. So far, a total of $86 million has been awarded to 13 victims, which is really amazing. Chloe's one of those victims.
Good.
The victims' attorneys said the criminal charges had already been brought to justice, and the whole point of the civil cases was to hold the hotels responsible and provide accountability. However, Will and Tara were never actually charged during these specific trafficking cases.
Although they were, like, literally mentioned by name.
Although he was not a stranger to prison, don't worry. So to get back to Francesca's family, Mia ends up questioning Tara at some point during these trials after all this info comes up about Will and Jarrell. Mia asked Tara how Will could be involved if, as Tara had stated before, he didn't even know Franchesca was in Atlantic City at all.
Mm-hmm.
Tara changes her story and says Will actually did know Franchesca was there. And just the month before, Will and Franchesca had gone to Atlantic City for her birthday, so he would be familiar with the area and maybe her usual places. Police then bring up a theory to Mia and her family. This theory is pretty unfounded, like there's no like concrete evidence.
It was just like probably a rookie was just like, I got an idea.
So it's just a guess. They say that there's a possibility that Will and Franchesca planned to rob Tracy that night, but Tracy couldn't leave the room because his kids were there, and so the robbery didn't happen. So this is just the police's way to explain that Will was in Atlantic City, and he knew that Franchesca was there, and it gives a reason why she needed to go for a walk in the middle of the night. And
he should have been on that walk too. Like maybe they were going to rob both of them.
Yeah, and why she would ask Tracy to go with her, and like also explains how she like just knew she had her own way home. And she wasn't just like heading out into the night, you know?
Did the cops think she was in on the robbery?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was.
Oh, I don't like that because you're going to come to the family of someone who just died and you're going to be like, oh, we think she was in on the robbery. Like, what?
Yeah, I know. Police tell Mia they found messages between Will and Franchesca that imply this is what could have been going on, but never show Mia the actual messages. The investigation into Francesca's murder is still ongoing, and her family continues to fight for information about her case. Mia and her family now think that Will is the most likely suspect. They believe Will found out Francesca went to Atlantic City with Tracy and got mad. They think he drove to confront Francesca, possibly with Tara, and then convinced Francesca to come out of the hotel room where they may have gotten into a fight or something happened and they panicked and dumped her body into the ocean.
Where does this Jinx guy come in their theory? That was the only mention of him? Which to me seemed the most plausible.
I know.
I mean, I feel like Will is involved in some way, but I feel like that Jinx guy was probably...
What I think happened was like a combination of that. Like, Will was...
Like, we have all the elements, we just don't have, like, the right...
Will was in Atlantic City, and he convinced her to leave the hotel room. For what reason, we don't know, but that's probably the only reason why she would have safely decided to leave a hotel room at 2 o'clock in the morning.
She had a ride.
Yeah, and Tracy's like, whatever, dude. Like, I got my kids here to think about, you know?
Yeah.
And then whatever happened, and, you know, maybe she was already involved in sex work and Will was her pimp, as Chloe thought. And then she got, you know, deeply involved in this. And, you know, Will and Jarrell were working together and Francesca was, you know, held against her will. And she did finally say she wanted to go to the police, and then Jarrell or Will killed her. And Tara probably knew about it.
Ugh.
It probably was very similar to whatever happened to Chloe, and she's lucky that it didn't happen to her. And, like, you know, it's probably very parallel stories. It's fucking scary.
It does sound like it.
Strangely, in January of 2023,
Whoa.
Mia is scrolling on social media when she sees a missing persons post for a young woman.
Is it Tara?
It's Tara.
Oh, bitch got hers.
Mm-hmm. According to the post, so this is posted by Tara's family. Tara left the night of January 17th to get groceries for dinner and never returned. Her family reported her missing just a few days later. Tara was not missing for long, though. Her body was found on January 21st. Mia said her death was ruled an overdose.
Ooh.
But what happened?
Wait.
She went missing, though.
Yeah. And, like, you're going out for groceries.
Yeah.
Maybe that was, like, her code word for, like, you know, like, I would always be like, oh, I'm going to go smoke a cigarette, but you can't say that to your parents. So you say, like, I'm just going to go out to the garage. Or, yeah, I'm going to go fucking play with the frogs outside. Bye.
Okay. So not only is this the second death in this group of young adults that's probably somehow related, but Tara probably took a lot of answers about Franchesca to the grave with her. On a lighter note, now this made me cry when I first heard it, but like I cry for anything. Just, you know, warning.
Oh my god, is she crying already?
No. Francesca's daughter actually goes to the same high school Francesca went to. Her daughter found out that they shared a writing teacher.
Aww.
Every day, this teacher has her students write a journal entry. This teacher gifted Francesca's daughter and her family with the most magical gift ever when she realized she somehow still had Francesca's journal.
Wow.
So this was more than 15 years after Franchesca had been in her class. There was 180 days worth of journal entries this teacher was able to give Franchesca's daughter. 180 entries of her mom's own words. And now she gets to know a part of her mom that she would have never met anyway. And it's her mom at the same age as her.
Yeah.
So, like, it's just magical. Like, what are the odds? She has this one student's journal out of hundreds of students over the years.
I think we should be questioning that teacher. That sounds kind of suspicious.
But somehow it stayed with her. Francesca's family is still searching for answers, hoping someone will realize they were actually in Atlantic City that day and have a memory they don't even know is related to a murder case. Someone who was on vacation in Atlantic City the weekend of St. Patrick's Day 2012.
That's probably a lot of fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a party destination, right?
Yeah. They might not have known something they witnessed or remember was so important. Her family just needs that missing piece, and they ask that anyone with info contact the New Jersey tip line. The phone number and email will be in the show notes of this episode. So, that's my case.
Wow.
You know, they confirm that she's dead. She's still,
Where's the
they don't
rest of
know.
her?
They don't know what happened.
I want the skull.
No one, tried. Oh. The next case is for your birthday.
Did you pick a story for my birthday?
Kinda.
Oh, I thought we were doing a listicle.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, she did a story.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm very excited to hear it.
Me too. I forgot already.
Okay.
All right, friends.
Thank you. I don't know what to do here. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
Rate, review, subscribe. Please tell someone
Yeah, sure.
about.
Except for my coworkers. Don't do that.
Yeah. Well, no, don't do that. And then send your crazy stories to
Fearfulfriendspodcast@gmail.com.
Bye, friends.
Bye.